Thank you, LMC-TV, for giving the candidates this opportunity to introduce ourselves. My name is Carol Miller, and I'm running for re-election as a trustee in the Village of Larchmont. I'd like to start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I've been living in Larchmont for almost 33 years. My husband Rich and I moved here from the city right after we were married, before we had kids. We now have 2 grown children who went through Chatsworth, Hommocks, Mamaroneck High School, and Flint Park Day Camp. Rachel's now 30 and Michael is 28. I still work part-time as a lawyer in the White Collar and Regulatory Group of Manhattan Law Firm. Before beginning my first term on the Village Board of Trustees nearly 2 years ago, I was involved as a volunteer in the community in many ways. One of my first volunteer experiences was on the Larchmont Recreation Committee, which gave me a taste of how the village really operates. I also served as a member of the Larchmont Temple Nursery School Steering Committee, the Mamaroneck School Board Selection Committee, the Board of Mamaroneck Schools Foundation, and as co-chair of the Larchmont Democrats. I was the co-chair of the Larchmont Traffic Commission with Rob Rothman at the time of the last election. Our Board of Trustees has had a busy and productive 2 years under the leadership of Mayor Lorraine Walsh. Working with planning consultants and community stakeholders, we passed 17 separate pieces of land use legislation. This was the most comprehensive overhaul of the village's zoning code in 40 years. These laws address village-wide concerns about house size, stormwater runoff, and lot coverage, all while protecting the value of real estate and the ability of homeowners to make desired renovations to their houses. We also oversaw a complete overhaul of the water department, including the installation of remotely read meters, new water pumps and water tank, and an analytical and billing software system. We also established an Historic Preservation Commission to survey existing village properties and examples of preservation legislation. That task force is now finishing up its first year and will present its findings and recommendations to the board shortly. Each trustee on the board serves as a liaison to various other volunteer boards and commissions. My responsibilities included acting as liaison to the Planning Board, the Library Board, the Recreation Committee, and as Taxi Commissioner. I was also involved, as was literally the whole board, in the planning for our Larchmont Day celebration. Enhancing recreational opportunities for our residents has been one of my goals on the board. Working with the Recreation Committee, I was very involved in helping to get our bike lane pilot project implemented. That project has been so well received that we plan to expand it to create a loop allowing for additional bike travel to the business districts and other areas of the village. We've also brought back the Tour de Larchmont, spring and summer tennis clinics, and clinics at our paddle tennis courts. Rich and I have lived in Larchmont through the key phases of our adult lives: just married, parenthood, child raising, and now empty nesthood. As a result, I've seen the village and enjoyed its resources: Flint Park, Manor Beach, the library, the movie theater, our local restaurants and shops, in many different ways. Our village has been a wonderful place to live at all those times, and we look forward to many more years here. Governing responsibly means addressing multiple issues facing the village at any time, not just dealing with any one matter to the exclusion of others. Serving as a trustee on the village board has been a fascinating and challenging experience that has exposed me to all aspects of village government. I hope to be able to build on the incredible amount I've learned about the village's operations and management over the last 2 years, and continue to work with my fellow board members and Mayor Walsh to revitalize our business district, improve our infrastructure, create more recreational opportunities for our residents, look at ways to increase the use of our facilities in Flint Park, and of course, and perhaps most importantly, try to find new sources of revenue to help address the tax burden that faces our residents. Thank you again, and remember to vote on March 20th. In a village our size, every vote really does count. Thanks again.